Hello everyone and welcome to this week's weekly Nightfall guide video. Uh, Late again this week, sorry about that. I was ill again on Tuesday and Wednesday this week, so it's going out a little later than I'd like it to, but here it is nonetheless. If you haven't gotten through it yet, or maybe you're struggling with the Prestige version of it or whatever, this will give you the locations for all of the anomalies, and that'll help you get the maximum time that you want to be able to get so that you can get through it without running out of time and getting kicked back to orbit. As far as weapon recommendations on this one, there's a lot of solar shields on the enemies and a lot of arc shields. So I'd recommend those two elements for your subclasses and for your energy and power slots. I went with Sunshot for my energy. I found that that was really helpful with the exploding rounds, and the causing enemies to explode would help me take out groups of enemies, and I really found that helpful. And I believe I ran an arc sniper, the raid sniper, and arc subclass, so that covered the arc and the solar right there. Healing rifts are gonna on anybody that's running a warlock is really gonna help, because one of the modifiers this week is, I can't recall the name of it again. But basically what it is, when you stand still, your health will not regenerate and your super will not. I believe it's your super won't regenerate either. So you basically, if you take damage, you've got to start sprinting in order to regain your health. So to counteract that, you could be a Void Walker with the Void Walker Warlock with the Devour subclass and like eat a grenade or whatever, or you could drop a healing rift at your feet if you're a Warlock. Not sure what a Hunter or a Titan could do, if they could do anything to get their health back. I think a Titan might have something where he could punch an enemy and get his health back. But, if you've got something in your subclass that'll give you health back, it'll counteract those effects. Otherwise, you're going to have to just start sprinting to get your health back, unfortunately. Or hope teammate has one of those abilities to help you out, like a rift. It's a difficult nightfall. We tried to do Prestige again on Tuesday morning for a couple hours before the reset, and we were unsuccessful. And I didn't feel good enough to try it again later on in the day. I didn't even play again until Thursday. So, needless to say, I'm not real impressed with the rewards from Prestige Nightfall anyway. Not sure if I'm going to continue to even try to bother doing that. Maybe I will, just for fun. I mean, sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's a little more of a struggle than I think it's worth. It doesn't seem to reward you with much better rewards. I mean, you get the glow on your head, which is like, hey, cool, look at me, I did the Prestige Nightfall, but that's about it. So going forward, we'll see. We'll take it a week at a time. So we're coming up on our first anomaly location. And if you look straight up above the crack in the door, in the wall there, where you go through to the next section, you'll see there's a blue glow, and there's our first anomaly right there. Shoot that little sucker, get 30 seconds back on the clock. Which, if you haven't already figured it out by now, that is the other modifier on the strike, on the Nightfall strike this week. You got to kill anomalies to regain time. So there's another one right there, right over the ledge. There's, just like last time we had anomalies, there is sections in the strike that have anomalies and sections that don't. But for the most part, almost every section you're going to go through, almost every room is going to have them. So just keep an eye out for them. You'll see if you follow this guide along while you're doing the strike, then you're not going to miss any. I am pretty confident that I got all of the anomalies in this video. Let's see, some of them are in pretty plain sight. Some of them are kind of decently hidden. Some of them are actually very well hidden, to be honest. Some of them in the midway and later in the strike. When you go and do this part and you're defending this door, or rather I should say when you deploy your ghost on that door to start breaking, hacking the locks, you don't have to stand over there and defend it. You don't have to stand your ghost. You can just deploy the ghost and then come over to here. I found that it was much better, much safer to be over here and fight the enemies from here. You've got a lot more space between you and them. You can kind of retreat if you need to, or drop a rift or whatever. You're not pinned up against a wall. You'll see she's got solar shields. Probably should have nicked her with a few shots of sunshot to get her shield off. So I believe the wizards are the ones that are going to have the solar shields, and then the knights are going to have the arc shields. And then there's a bunch of ogres in this one, which are really a pain in the butt on prestige. I mean, we were fighting the first ogre in the strike, and it was like somebody made the comment, I think it might have been me, like, geez, is this the strike boss? Is this the end of the strike already? He had so much health, he was so tanky. It's pretty ridiculous. If you take notice, my health is not regenerating even though I'm moving around. And you'll see inertia is showing up on the left side of the screen there. That's the other modifier I was talking about. Now I'm starting to sprint. I think I'm starting to get my health. There we go. So I got my health back. I got momentum now. It's flashing. So inertia, it's when that's flashing and it shows red, it means it's not going to give you your health back because you're not moving quickly enough. And then when you get momentum, that means you're moving quickly enough and your health will start regenerating. But if you notice, I counteracted with the Warlock Healing Rift. I gotta say, and this is really kind of me geeking out or nerding out on it, I guess, on the game. Thematically, or like lore-wise, I don't know why we have Vex anomalies on Titan. There are no Vex on Titan. There's no Vex architecture on Titan. I mean, are they like probes that the Vex are sending out? What's their reason for being there? It doesn't make much sense. Now you could just say, oh, well, you know, it's just a game, Infamous. You know, they're just using that. That's a modifier for all the... By the way, there's another anomaly right there. As soon as you walk in a room, look up behind the door there, or above the door. You could say, well, you know, it's just a strike modifier for the Nightfalls, and they just throw it in randomly. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, it'd be cool if they had something different, something hive-oriented, or they could have just done killing enemies gives you time back on the clock on this Nightfall. But they went a different way with it, and it is what it is. Just thought it was worth mentioning. Just nitpicking it a little bit. So right above there, up in the ceiling, you're going to find another anomaly. You'll see me walk up and look up in there, and boom, there's another one. You really have to have someone on your team be dedicated to just looking around and trying to find anomalies while the other two people are pushing up through the enemies. In this case, I was not the lowest powered player, but it would probably be advisable to have your lowest powered player do that. Go after the anomalies. And you can see I got to take a left out of the door. Normally you would go right. I'm the anomaly hunter, and I know there's one over here, so you take a left, you go over to the door here, and boom, there's another one. Yeah, I would say take your weakest player and have them do the anomalies, since you're going to need the firepower to fight the enemies with the higher powered players. You see the blue glow on the right over there on the bridge? You're going to see there's going to be another anomaly there. Right up in there, tucked behind that little nook up there. And then you're going to want to spin around and look up above all that wavy stuff there, that architecture. And you're going to see another one up there. Now it's going to say anomaly detected in here, but as far as I know, there is not another one in this room. I couldn't find one. I think it's just picking up the one on the other side of the wall that you're going to find when you leave this room, and you turn, you'll see, go out of the exit and you turn right, and there's one right there. And I think that's why it says still anomaly detected when you're in that room. I want you to make a right hand turn as soon as you come out of here. Immediately right there. And look across and look up, and there's going to be one up on one of the other levels there, on one of the other floors. Then you're going to want to look down and to your right. And there's one right there. And really feel the need to put an arrow on that one. And all the way down on the bottom to the left. You could actually just jump down and shoot that one, but I chose to shoot it before I jumped down. Now it's still going to say anomaly detected because there's one behind a wall here, like behind a hive shield you see me was just shooting at. You can't get to it at this point. You'll be able to get that one later on, and I'll point it out when you're able to get it. So just ignore the fact that it's saying anomaly detected here. There is no one that you can actually shoot at this point. Hopefully you can't hear me chewing while I'm doing this commentary. I'm trying to get a snack in. It's been a long day. Alright, so you see one up to the left there, and one will be directly above this, whatever the cylindrical object is right above us here. It's hanging down. And there she is. I did this nightfall last night after we raided. I actually did it Tuesday morning, but I failed to record it. So we ran it again last night after we ran the raid for the first time. And we're going to raid again tonight. I had a long day doing other things, so I'm trying to get a little bit of snack in right now, cup of tea, get myself pepped up for the raid. Like I was mentioning before, if you're a warlock, just keep dropping them healing riffs. You're going to be saving you and your team so many times from death. Oh, I mentioned weapon recommendations earlier, and I mentioned Sunshot. I'd also recommend a Scout, because you're not going to want to get close to things. And I was using Nameless Midnight, the Vanguard Scout with exploding rounds. So there's an anomaly off the ledge to the right there, and right around the corner to the left there in a little nook that you'll see, like down and to the left. I'm not gonna actually go and shoot that one in this clip just yet, but I'll point it out when we get to it. Yeah, if you're gonna run something like Sunshot or some kind of hand cannon with exploding rounds or an SMG or something to keep the stuff that gets close to you off of you, or even an auto rifle, then run a Scout in any other slot is what I would recommend, because you got a lot of things that you don't want to get close to. You don't want to run up to a wizard and get close to it, or an ogre. So, and you're not always going to have power ammo for a sniper or whatever you've got in that slot. So a good Scout with exploding rounds or something is definitely going to come in handy, or even high caliber rounds just to stagger them. I don't know if it works this way in Destiny 2, but it used to work this way in Destiny 1. Exploding rounds used to count as solar damage. So that may help bring down a solar shield. I'm not sure. Um, it couldn't hurt. You know, I mean, exploding rounds on a scout is going to be good no matter what, whether it's helping you bring the shield down faster or not. I would imagine it's got to be better than a regular one without exploding rounds, whether it be a solar shield or not. So. Alright, here's that one that was tucked around in the little nook here, down in the bottom left. As soon as you're coming up the stairs, just look to your left and you'll find it's not gonna be pretty hard to miss, in other words, as long as you're being aware and you're looking a little bit to your left as you're coming up the stairs. Here's the one that's shielded again. That's that same one from earlier that you still can't get. You'll be able to get it eventually, but you still can't get it yet. No worries. Don't sit there trying to figure out how to get it because you can't. Could easily lose a few minutes trying to sit there figuring out how to get past the wall to get it when it's not possible. Okay, see that blue glow back there? There's another one hidden back there too. Kill a couple enemies running here. There it is. Turn left up here behind that tree. You'll find another one. See, what I should have done right here is ran around a little to get my health back. I think I was waiting. I was almost ready to have a rift available. I think I was hoping to survive long enough to pop my rift. Now there is an anomaly above me somewhere that I forgot about, but I do go back to it. Off in the wavy architecture again to my left, there's one tucked up and behind there. You're going to see me get that now. And then remember about the one behind me. I'm going to go back and look for it. Either I remembered or I saw the anomaly detected was still on my screen and I was like, wait, there's got to be one more. It's right up in there. I got to run past this part, spin around, and I'll see it. I mean, conceivably you can get this one before the one that I got behind that wavy architecture, but I just forgot it was there and passed it off, so I had to go back and get it. Now it's still saying anomaly detected, but I don't think there's another one in that area. I think it's picking up the one in the next room, I'm not sure. There could be another one back there, but it'd be up to you if you want to take the time to look for it. We ended up with plenty of time at the boss. If you find that you're really struggling for time and you're at this part, you may want to just take a few extra seconds as the guy hunting for the anomalies and see if you could find it. I didn't see it anywhere. It's back there as soon as you walk in here to the left. I did not put an arrow on that one, the one in this room here. It's pretty obvious. I mean, if you missed that one, I don't know what to tell you. Make sure you take out all these enemies, these ogres and knights, before you even attempt to shoot it. Because, you know, just too much stuff shooting at you. You can see it off to my right there. I think I may have even actually forgot to shoot that anomaly. I got so caught up in what I was doing with these guys. Yeah, it looks like I did. I didn't shoot that anomaly. Make sure you shoot it. I was trying to clear out the enemies first and then shoot it, and I just spaced out and completely forgot to shoot it. That's funny. Just noticing this. Another one behind that wall there, that blue glow you could see. That means there's one behind the wall. You can see me looking around like, I know there's one here. Where is it? And my friends see it and they're like, hey, it's over here. There's only a couple more in this next area. This is going to be, I think, the last part. We're going to put an arrow. Now, right here, you shoot off to the left. You're going to be going for the one that we could never get before. That was in the shielded hallway. You kill those two wizards, and the shield drops out of the, so you can drop down through the floor. It also drops the shield that was blocking this hallway off, and you were never able to get into that anomaly and shoot it. So now you go and you kill it, and then you drop down. If you drop down first, you're going to miss that one. There's 2 or 3 more down here. I ran out of arrows. I can only put so many arrows on a video, I guess, or so many, split a video up into so many different sections and add so many still frames. So these ones you're just going to have to follow along and see me shoot them. I think there's like 3 of them left. The one I just shot, and then there's one tucked in a little side room right here that I was hunting for. There it is. One above you there, on the other side of the wall. And there's going to be, I think, one more around the corner here behind this yellow blob. Now, that's pretty much the end of it. Going to go into the boss fight in a second here, and music's going to play over the boss fight. If you want to stick around and watch that. Really nothing, no anomalies in there, nothing for me to show you or teach you. Just if you want to watch it and enjoy the fight, you know, stick around and watch it. If not, you can quit out of the video now. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps.